was not the Italian mafia, it was not the old East End gangs, it was not even the Colombians. The new kings of London's cocaine underworld came quietly, methodically, and with one goal: total control. In the shadows of London's financial towers and luxury apartments, another empire was rising, one not built on stocks or crypto but on white powder, cocaine. And the people running it are not who you think. They are not wearing flashy gold chains or dancing in nightclubs. Many of them wear tracksuits, some drive delivery vans, others blend in completely. But behind their ordinary appearance lies a global criminal machine with brutal discipline, military precision, and a ruthless willingness to do whatever it takes to dominate the market. This is the story of how Albanian cartels became the hidden power players in the UK's cocaine trade, and how they took over London without most people even noticing. To understand their rise, you have to go back to the 1990s. Albania was in chaos. After the fall of communism, the country plunged into economic collapse and civil unrest. Entire government structures failed, crime exploded, families fled, and in the midst of that collapse, a new generation of Albanians emerged, toughened by war, poverty, and survival. Some of them ended up in Western Europe. A few made their way to Britain. At first, Albanian gangs were seen as small players, enforcers, hired muscle for bigger criminal organizations, but they were watching, learning, biding their time. And when the moment came, they took it. The key to their takeover was something most British gangs never had: direct access to South America. You see, for decades, cocaine in London was controlled by a mix of Jamaican yardies, Turkish gangs, and British firms, but all of them relied on middlemen. That meant more hands in the pot, more chances to get caught, more people demanding a cut. The Albanians changed the game by going straight to the source. They established relationships with Colombian cartels. They offered something valuable: routes through the Balkans, military discipline, and low-profile operations. In return, they got cocaine, pure, wholesale, and they brought it into Europe with surgical precision. Some came through Italian ports, some went through Belgium, others through Spain. But once it hit European soil, much of it was funneled through Albanian networks. And that is how London's cocaine suddenly had new fingerprints on it. Now here is where it gets strategic. The Albanians did not just flood the market, they stabilized it. They offered consistent quality, reliable delivery, and a level of organization that most British gangs could not match. They took over supply chains. They cut deals with local crews. In some cases, they offered them a choice: work with us or disappear. One former gang member, now in witness protection, said this: when they come into your area, they do not ask, they tell. You are either with them or you are gone. And if you are gone, you better actually be gone, or they will make sure of it. Violence is always a tool in organized crime, but the Albanians use it in a chillingly efficient way. Not for show, not for ego, just for control. In 2017, the body of Flamer Bakiri was found riddled with bullets outside his luxury home in Battersea. He was a music producer by day, but police believed he had deep ties to Albanian criminal networks. His killing sent a message across the city. Even in one of London's richest neighborhoods, no one is safe from the reach of this underworld. So how do they operate so quietly? Part of the answer lies in structure. Albanian cartels often run like military units. There is a strict chain of command. Loyalty is enforced through blood and family ties. Many members are recruited from the same towns or even villages in northern Albania and Kosovo. That tight-knit culture makes infiltration almost impossible. Outsiders are not trusted. Snitches are dealt with brutally. They also do not flaunt their wealth like some other gangs. There are no social media posts with cash or guns. No music videos. Instead, the money is laundered through businesses, car washes, barber shops, construction companies, even high-end restaurants, all of it feeding into a growing web of influence stretching from Albania to London and beyond. Another key part of their success is technology. Albanian gangs have embraced encrypted communication. Apps like EncroChat and SkyECC allowed them to run operations in near total secrecy for years. Police struggled to keep up. It was only after European agencies cracked these networks that a clear picture of their dominance began to emerge. In 2020, Operation Venetic, one of the largest anti-crime operations in UK history, led to over 700 arrests after authorities gained access to EncroChat. What they found shocked even seasoned detectives. Entire supply chains, assassination orders, drug deals worth millions. And at the center of it all, Albanian names kept appearing. But even with arrests, the network remains strong. Because it is not built on one or two leaders. It is a system, decentralized, resilient. Cut off one head and another steps up. Some experts now estimate that up to 80% of the cocaine sold in London is controlled by Albanian groups, either directly or indirectly. That is not just market share. That is a monopoly. And with monopoly comes power. But what about the victims? The rise of Albanian cartels has had devastating consequences, many of which never make the headlines. Users across the UK now have easier access to cheaper, purer cocaine than ever before. That has led to an explosion in addiction. Emergency rooms are overwhelmed, mental health services are stretched, Cocaine is no longer a party drug, it is a national crisis. Then there are the dealers. Most of the street-level sellers are not Albanians. They are often young British men, poor, unemployed, or groomed from an early age. They take the risks, they get arrested. The people at the top, they stay hidden safe. Untouchable, women are also caught in the crossfire. Some are used to smuggle drugs. Others are trafficked into the UK and forced into relationships with gang members. A few end up dead, and yet for every arrest, a dozen more fill the gaps. Because the real root of this power is poverty, corruption, and demand. In Albania, the state is weak. Corruption runs deep. Opportunities are limited. For many young men, joining a gang is seen as the only way to make money. Some families even support it. In rural towns, flashy cars and big houses paid for by drug money are seen as success stories. In Britain, the cocaine market is booming. The UK is now one of the largest consumers of cocaine in Europe, and every line snorted in a pub, club, or office bathroom sends money back to these cartels. The system feeds itself. Law enforcement is trying to respond. More surveillance, more arrests, more cooperation with European partners, but it is not enough. Because this is no longer just a gang problem, it is a global enterprise. Albanian cartels are not just in London, they are in Paris, Milan, Amsterdam. They are the new face of organized crime in Europe. Low profile, high profit, extremely dangerous. So what can be done? Some say the answer lies in education, in showing young people, both in the UK and in Albania, that there is another path. Others say the only way to win is to cut the demand. No buyers, no business. But those solutions take time. And while time ticks, the cartels grow stronger. The next time someone tells you that the streets are safe, remember this: the most powerful criminals in London are not shouting, they are whispering. They are not hiding in alleyways, they are holding keys to penthouses, they are not being chased, they are walking free. And the system is still catching up. This is how Albanian cartels took over London's cocaine trade, quietly, strategically, completely. And if nothing changes, they are not just here to stay, they are here to expand.